Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Josh's Tech Bites. Today we're going to be taking a look at Razer's laptop cooling pad. We're going to be doing an unboxing, seeing how it stacks up against other cheaper laptop cooling pads to see if it's worth the price. So stick around. Alright, so first thing you'll notice with Razer's boxes is they have this pull to open tab. I'm a box snob, so I don't like to do that, so I've already cut the tape on the bottom and I'm going to open it from the bottom. I like my boxes to stay in good shape and I really don't want to tear it. I don't like the way they do that. So when you first open the box, if you open it from the top side, you'd pull the accessories out first, but I'm going to have to pull the whole thing out. So of course there's the cooler, here's your accessories box, and I'm assuming that's the power cord since it has power labeled on it. So let's go ahead and look at the cooler itself. Take our foam off the sides, and back in the box we go with the foam. So first thing I'm noticing about this when I'm opening it, foam around the edges, I guess to create a good seal so you can cool your laptop. USB cable in the back. We'll have to have a power adapter to power the cooler. 3 USB ports. What else we got? We got buttons on the side. Looks like power button, fan control, and maybe LED control. This also should integrate with the Razer Synapse program, so you can control your LEDs with Razer Synapse. Let's look and see what we got as far as accessories go. I'm assuming these are going to be the adapters, yes, for your different size laptops. Frame A and C. I'm guessing the one that's on there right now is probably frame B. Guide is also included in this accessory little box. Some stickers. If you want to stick some stickers somewhere, I don't know. Some people like that stuff. And let's look in our other accessory box to see what we have in here. Yes, power adapter. It is a wall wart power adapter, so you won't have to have a larger plug for that. And for me, US power supply, power adapter. So that's what we get as far as accessories go. So my laptop is a 14-inch laptop, so I guess we need to look at our guide and see which frame we are going to need for the 14-inch laptop. Nice little guide. It is black and silver, kind of Razer standard right there. It's just going to tell you about your power adapter, your buttons, where you plug it in, what everything does. This also changes here how you want it for what your laptops are. So mine, for instance, is the Razer Blade 14, so I'm going to want it at the top. And then frame A is for the 14-inch laptop, so mine is going to be frame A, which is this guy right here. And these are magnetic. I'm going to pull that out, put it on there. It should be good to go for my laptop now. And I'm going to see if I can slide this back in here to store it. Needs to go just a little bit further if I can. Yeah, we'll mess with that later. You guys don't want to see me fool around with a box. All right, and then we have our power adapter as well. Let's go ahead and get it plugged in. Well, if I can get the thing open. I know, I'm being very, very picky about this stuff, but I do like to keep everything in decent condition in case I do try to resell or just want to pack it up, you know, for later. So yeah, like I said, I'm a box snob. I like to keep everything pristine. So we got our power adapter. It just clicks on like that. And I do want to add that this is not a sponsored video. I bought this with my own money, and the reviews that you will hear from me are my own. They are not bought and paid for. So let's plug up our power supply. Plugs into the back here. Razer's got the little cover on your USB. Most Razer products come with that stuff. I do like Razer products. Not all of them. So I have had issues with some of the wireless mice at times, but for the most part, I do like their products. As you can see, this is pretty large, so this is not really intended for you to have it on your lap using it that way. This more so makes your laptop more like a desktop, supposedly with better cooling. So let's go ahead and run some benchmarks. I'm going to run 3D Mark, also going to monitor with hardware info some of my temperatures and things like that, and then we'll throw some graphs up on the screen and take a look at those. Alright, so the laptop itself is just going to sit right on your phone, and you can see that with this Razer, the vents are going to be right over the opening, which is what you want. So that's how that's going to work. I do feel like the 14, I do feel like it needs to go down further. It says to put it in this position, but I feel like the vents, because of where they're positioned on the laptop, need to be further down, but I guess it's for these vents too. So we'll go like it says, and let's go ahead and run some benchmarks. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now as far as my benchmarking goes, we're gonna run the laptop itself off the cooling pad just to see, kind of get a baseline. We'll run a few tests on those. We'll run them, you know, 5 or 6 of them, maybe 10, get an average. And then we're gonna run it on this cheap Amazon cooler. Kind of see, I got this one for $30, and we'll kind of see, is there any improvement using this? And then we will run it on our Razer cooler and see if we get any improvement on that. So we'll find out, are these things really worth it? Are they a gimmick? My gut feeling is we're gonna see some improvement, maybe not as much of an improvement as you wanna see. Maybe surprised, I don't know. So let's go ahead and get into our benchmarks. All right, so I've already ran all my benchmarks. Ran it with all 3, ran it unassisted, ran it with the Habit, however you call it, whatever you call it, Amazon cheap $30 cooler, and ran it with our Razer $150 cooler. So we're gonna go ahead and throw those benchmarks up on the screen. Let's take a look at those real quick. Okay, so the results even kind of surprised me. Of course, the unassisted did the worst. I mean, it doesn't have any extra cooling, so you would suspect it to do the worst. We did not really gain hardly anything at all with the cheap Amazon cooler. These would be great to probably use on your lap if you don't want the big bulky cooler, because this is not really made to sit on your lap. This you could use on your lap. It'll keep the heat off your lap, but that's really all it's going to be good for. It's really not going to add a whole lot of extra performance. We did see a small, significant gain. It kept the temperature down a little more. But what really surprised me is how well the Razer cooler actually worked. We saw almost 200-point gains in time spy. It kept our temperatures way down, especially idle temps. It kept idle temps way down. We did run the fan at full speed. It is kind of loud. I don't know if you can hear it now. I'll bend down and see if you can probably pick that up on my microphone. But it is kind of loud at full speed. I'll back the fans down so you can hear what it sounds like at low speed. But when you're playing a game or something like that, you're gonna want your fans going full blast to keep this thing cool. And this is what it sounds like on the low side. And we'll go ahead and bump it up one more to the mid tier. There's not a huge difference, I would say, between the mid fan speed sound and the highest fan speed sound. Playing a game, you're not going to worry about it. Stick some headphones on. I mean, you're not going to notice it. I would much rather have better cooling with my laptop when I'm trying to game on it, rather than worry about the noise. But one of the reasons that I do really like these, and I do want this, I wanted it. I waited for it to come out. I had it on pre-order. I wanted it because I like to take my laptop around with me to the different TVs in my house and game off my TVs. Plug my laptop into the TV and game with a controller. You know, Steam Link works great and all that, but I want those higher frame rates and stuff, especially on my OLED TVs and things like that, where I can plug this into one of those and game with it. So I was really surprised at the results that we got with this thing. It's not on the cheap side. I would call it, you know, it's a good value, I would say. $150 is not bad, because I have seen similar coolers like the Razer one with the build quality not as good on Amazon, going for $80 to $100. So I would say it's definitely worth it, especially if you're already in the Razer ecosystem and you want to use Razer Synapse to control your LEDs. You can control the fan speed from Razer Synapse, all that good stuff. I would say it's a good buy. I mean, at $150, it's really not going to break the bank. So that is my thoughts on the Razer cooler. If you've got one, if you've been using it, let me know what you think. Maybe I missed something. Maybe there's something that you want to see me do with it that I did not do in this video. Just let me know, and thanks for watching.